Hi everybody, welcome back. I didn't think I'd be making a second video today, but then I realized watching the other one that I'd actually missed some information out, so I want to include that. I just want to say thank you for all those who are like subscribing to the channel and the following these stories. So anyway, like I say, most of the sightings happened between 97 and 98. That was like a major years for people like seeing apparitions. And I do realize that I said in the last video, I told the ghost to go away, the spirits, please leave us alone, we don't want any of this. But before that happened, there was an incident in the house where I'd actually seen the male ghost for the very first time. I know other people were saying that they were seeing him popping his head around the wall, but this what I saw was quite a major thing to happen. So what I was doing is like I said, I was getting up like really early in the morning and taking the kids to school, taking my daughter to school, taking my other daughter like to nursery, and then I was like working these twilight hours. So my day was always packed. All my days were always packed. So I started to like feel like really unusually tired. And I've later found out that was like due to a thyroid problem. But I didn't know at the time why I was feeling so tired. Yeah, maybe it's because I was getting up so early. But anyway, I was starting to like rest on the sofa. So once I got everything sorted, and I would then rest for a couple of hours on the sofa until I was ready to fetch my daughters from school and nursery and finally go to work. So this my sofa as it is now is in as it was then, it's in kind of like the same position. Maybe it was just pushed further back at the time this incident took place, which I'm guessing it's around about 97 98. So I'm lying on the sofa and I have fallen asleep, but I'm very aware that I need to be awake to fetch the children from school, which I always did. But when I wake up, I realise that I'm suffering from sleep paralysis. Now, anyone who's had that, it is horrible. I'd had it on and off since I was about 17 years old. I do not really anymore. Touch wood, I don't suffer from it anymore. But this particular day, that this afternoon, I'd actually woken up with realizing that I got sleep paralysis. So when I was awake, but my body wasn't, I did realize what was happening. I was thinking, oh no, not again. How am I going to get rid of this? I need to close my eyes and open them again and see if like I wake up properly. You know that you are doing that, you try to do that. But when my eyes are open, I realize that there's a man sitting at the other end of the sofa, and my feet are on his legs. So he must have like come in and lifted my legs up, sat down and placed my legs back on top of his lap. And I'm thinking, wow, there's a man sitting with me on the sofa. Oh my goodness, how's he got in? Because I knew I'd locked my doors. Even in the daytime, my doors are usually locked. Both the front door and the back door, they're usually locked. So I'm thinking, there's a man sitting on the sofa with me. What do we do? So I thought, could I possibly like be dreaming? So I thought, right, I'm going to have to try and fall back asleep and wake up again. So I'm trying to do that. When I'm opening my eyes, he's still there. And I know that he's like wearing like a white t-shirt, a white top, and he's wearing like a light colour like jeans, light colour blue denim. And I can see all of this, and I know that he's looking straight ahead. He's not turning my way. He's not looking at me. He's just looking straight ahead. Like he's kind of like disinterested in me. So I'm thinking, I have to force myself to wake up. I have to wake up. I have to wake up and I have to find out, who's this man? So I'm thinking, well, the only way I'm going to wake up, if my body's not doing it naturally, the only way that I'm going to wake up is I've got to force myself to fall on the floor. And I don't know how I'm going to do that, because I can't even, my body won't move. I can't even move my body. Now, anyone who's had sleep paralysis knows that, you know, trying to force yourself to wake up, you make these like awful noises, like you're trying to push a ton of weight, you're like, and I don't really want to do those noises on YouTube, but everyone who's had sleep paralysis will know these like strange noises you try and make to try to wake yourself up. And I know I have to wake myself up, and the only way I can do that is trying to force my body to move. If it's not waking up naturally, then it has to be by force, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I do try to force my body to wake up. So I'm trying to edge myself to the trying to force myself to the edge of the sofa so I can drop on the floor. I think that's the only way I'm going to wake up properly, is if I drop to the floor. And I don't know how I do it, but somehow, and it's probably about between 5 and 10 minutes, I actually fall to the floor. I do it, and I feel myself going to the edge of the sofa, and then I feel myself go boof, and I don't do it from my back, even though I'm lying on my back on the sofa, because like I'm slowly like rolling my way there and making these awful noises trying to do it. I actually kind of like land in a funny position where my hands and knees are then on the floor. Now, if sleep paralysis is, you know, you're just totally dreaming all the time, I don't really know the science behind it, or, you know, the psychology behind it. But, you know, I do know that if I was only like dreaming all of this, then how come I wake up on the floor and I feel myself fall, and the fall wakes me up? Now, with any like state of waking, what does happen is it usually takes everyone like a few moments, you know, from any situation, not just sleep paralysis, but just waking up in general in the morning, that it takes you a few moments to actually wake up and, you know, get used to your surroundings again, and, you know, be fully awake. But I know that when I fall to the floor and I'm kind of like in a funny position, and, you know, it's kind of like on my hands and knees, that when I lift my head up, I see this man stand up. He stands up, but he stands up and he's still like standing by the sofa. So he's like in a kind of a position that, you know, he could just easily sit back down again, and, you know, his bottom would rest on the sofa cushion, and he's just standing there. And I'm thinking, I have to know who he is. I have to. There's no one else in the house with me. There's no one else. I have to deal with this myself. I have to show him that I can stand up for myself. You know, if he's broken in, I have to show him. And this is a very rare moment for me, because I don't usually show bravery. But on this occasion, I thought I'm going to have to try and do something about it. I have to deal with it myself. And so I lean forward, and as I lean forward, I try to grab his leg. I thought, you know, I'm gonna have to show that, you know, I've got a bit of fight in me here. And so I grab his ankle, and I physically do touch the bottom of his jeans. But as I do that, he moves his leg forward, so my grip isn't that strong, and he moves his leg forward, and I lose that grip, and I'm no longer touching his leg. But as I'm like lifting my head up further and trying to like sit in a, you know, be like in a more less vulnerable like position, so, you know, I'm ready to stand up, he walks around the back of the sofa and out of the living room door. So I thought, what am I going to do here? I've got to know, if there's somebody who's broken into my house, no matter how scared I am, I'm going to have to see who it is. I didn't know how to process it. I didn't know how to deal with it. So I thought, I'm going to have to see if there's anyone in the house. I need to search the house. And so I did. And so the first thing I did was go to the front door, and I check the handle, and it's locked. And so I go to the back door to see if he's gone out the back door. That door's still locked, and the keys are still in both doors. So then I have the horrid task of having to search upstairs. Now, I don't have a lot of things, so I am like searching under beds and in wardrobes. I don't have a lot of furniture anyway at this point. The house is quite bare. We don't have a lot. So there's not a lot of places anyone could hide in the house. But anyway, I brave it. I was like a warrior that day, and I searched all the rooms everywhere where there possibly could be a hiding place, and there's absolutely nobody in the house. So who was this man who was sitting on the sofa with me? And when I woke up, I still saw him, and he walked around the back of the sofa and out of the living room door. So that's probably the first time that I had seen the male ghost, and he's wearing similar things to what other people have described. And I do see him again at a later date. That will be in a later video, and he is wearing exactly the same clothes. So I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please like my videos. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Pretty new to all of this. Like I say, you know, my camera angle, the lighting, I haven't got the proper like professional equipment to do all of this. I'm just merely telling like a video diary of what happened in my house. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.